Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry it's been a very long time since I've done a vlog. I guess you could say most of it has to do with Friday and Saturday, where I had some pretty crappy days, and I think... Okay, never mind. I thought the microphone was actually touching the tripod, or at least the shock mount part of it, or the pop filter. So I was just making sure so it wouldn't create a vibration or anything like that, which I wouldn't expect it to, but it might. But, yeah, I had some pretty crappy days, and I just did not feel like doing a video. I was going to do on Saturday, but... Or not Saturday, but Friday, and then I was going to try to do it Saturday, but I've been a little bit busy with work and just a lot of BS going on, and I'm going to try not to go too much into it, but at least some into it. But, anyways, I'm going to start by saying that for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you probably know that I graduated a year or two ago, or at least they've been watching me for a while, and I still live with my parents, and sorry, that's my dog. And also, the video might be a little bit extra large just because I have an Xbox 360 running right now. So then it can heat it up, so then the thermal paste will set in place, and then once it cools down, then I'll turn it back on. It should work. But, okay, dog. But anyways, I still live with my parents, and it's one of those things that kind of sucks, you know. I guess you could say a lot of people will probably look down on me in society, but not everybody's going to take the same path in life. I'm just going to say that straight up. And I'm not one of those people that wants to do what everybody else does. That's another reason I have long hair. It's just the simple fact is I don't like being like everybody else. What's the point of living if you're not going to be like different from anybody else and you're just going to be just like everybody else? What is the point of you being alive? That's a really good question that I always, think to myself. And, and because of that, I always strive to take a different path than everyone else, you know what I mean? And, it's just like, I don't like using this term within, YouTube and that kind of stuff. But let's just say it's just like starting a business. You have to start at the freaking bottom. You can't start at the top. You really can't. I mean, it's like a YouTuber. If he just starts up with really, really good equipment, like video quality camera and a really great microphone and everything, he might not go too far. And the reason I say that is just because at a certain point, people are going to get bored of the content and they're going to try to look for any way to, for him to make his content better. But if he's already, at the top as far as quality and stuff goes, then there's almost no improvements he can make, which in a way, like I said, can really drive people away because, they're kind of getting bored of the same old stuff, at least, to the point that, he's not going to try any harder or work any harder or look for any ways to make it better, and always look for any way to make anything better anyways. And plus, when you first start, most people at least are going to suck, they're going to mess up a lot when they talk, they're going to mumble a lot, they're going to pause a lot, they're going to say a lot, they're going to do a lot of stuff, they definitely are. So there's not too much of a point of starting with really great video and audio quality. And that's the same way you start with business. You start at the very bottom, and then the person that makes the furthest distance is the one that's the best. If you come from a rich family and you start off a business, you're not really a hard worker. You don't really know what it's like to, you didn't really make that far of a jump or anything like that. So that's, I guess you could say, the way I look at it. And, but it's a little bit stupid just because, because I live with my mother and everything like that, the thing that sucks is just the fact that she looks down on me and everything like that. I know some of it has to do with her job because I'm going to straight up say she has a pretty crappy job. I mean, it's Sunday right now at 3 in the morning, and she usually doesn't get home till 5 to 8, maybe sometimes about 10 in the morning. And then it's pretty ridiculous, but for the most part, they usually don't get home till 3 in the morning. And then they have to go back to work at 11 a.m. in the morning, till 1 p.m., somewhere in that range. But they barely have enough time to get any sleep, and it's just, it really sucks. But sometimes she just puts everything out on me and everything. And, her, when it comes to arguments and everything like that, her only bragging point is that you don't pay anything for rent. And recently I told you guys that I got internet, but I was nice enough to get a bundle which included cable, so then everybody else can enjoy the cable. I don't even have the cable in my room. I have the cable set up in my sister's room, and I got it in the living room and everything. And I was trying to be nice and everything and just thoughtful. But some people just don't care how much you do sometimes, it seems like. And, I've been getting in some arguments with mother a lot, and, when we get in those types of arguments, like I said, that's her only thing she could bring up in an argument, It's like, I'm not going to try to go fanboyish, but it's like when someone is comparing the Xbox 360 to the PS3, they're only bragging, like, they usually have, like, only two things to bring up, is, oh, it has Blu-ray, or, oh, you don't have to pay to play online, and those are the most common things. And in this case, this is the only thing she could really bring out, if we actually went into a real debate or argument, she wouldn't have really anything else to say. And the main reason I've been getting upset lately is just the fact that I do quite literally everything around this house, and my sister is really, really lazy. Yes, she does have a job, but it's nowhere near as hard working as my freaking mom and her boyfriend. She works as long as somebody goes to school, or even less, 5 to 7, or even 8 hours sometimes. And it's just, I feel like sometimes I get treated like a slave because I do everything for everybody in this house. I really do. I take out the trash, I do the dishes, I do the laundry, I mow the backyard and front yard, and I'm going to talk about mowing later. And another thing I do, of course, is sweep the floors because we have wooden floors and everything. I try to keep the kitchen and the living room clean. And I just recently cleaned the vacuum the stairs because it's carpet, and it takes, and I'm just gonna straight up say that it takes hours to vacuum that because it's so sensitive, and it's just, the vacuum itself is just so much bigger than the stairs, so you have to use the hose, and it takes so long to get every single spot and everything, and plus it's just in there so much deeper than other carpet, and I have to use a brush to get it out and everything. But that takes hours, and what else was I gonna say? But, oh yeah, another thing I just really, really straight up hate is, how lots of times I'll put up the toilet paper and put it in the bathrooms and everything. I usually always put up the groceries, but that's, of course, coming with everybody else. But nobody even helps me. That's just a small thing. But one of the things I was going to say I really, really hate is the fact that I clean up after everybody. And what I mean by that is that I'm the guy that picks up after their paper plates, their trash, their food. I put everything in the dishwasher. I take things out of the trash and everything. And it's like, it almost makes me feel like I'm a freaking slave or a butler just because it's like, you should be able to clean up after your freaking self. You should. I mean, that's just common sense. It really is. And another thing that I do very often for my sister, at least, is set up her alarm clock. And it may sound small, but it's very annoying and it's very persistent, and she just won't learn how to set up the dang thing herself. And it's so freaking easy. There's a setting where you could change the setting for the alarm clock, the second alarm clock, and the time, and then run, which means it's just on and it's running, and you just set it to whatever you want. Like alarm clock 1, you change it by minute with one button, and then change by hour with one button, and then when you're done, put it on run, and you're done. But it almost feels like I have to do it every single day just because it's like she'll either press the wrong button to turn the whole thing off, or she'll want to change her time. I don't know why, but she likes to have her time changed about every other day. Like, oh, have me wake up at 5:55. Oh, have me wake up at 5:50 or 5:45, and sometimes even an hour early, so then she could take a shower and everything like that. And it's about every single day. It's like, learn it to do it your dang self. And I do a lot of other small things, like I set up the laptop. I help them find Google Docs, on Google Chrome, set up the internet, and all kinds of stuff that people should at least learn if they're going to be using electronics. They should, and set up the TV, even if it's the smallest thing, just to barely hook up things. It's very easy. And, when I set my system alarm clock, it's also annoying because sometimes, this has happened a couple times and it really made me rage, was when she barged in my room because she woke up late because I guess her alarm clock, was off or something, and she just barged in my room, opened the door, started yelling and screaming at me, and then she slammed the door, and I think she actually made something fall and almost break. And she did that not just once, within the same week. And it's really taken me off. It's like, it's your alarm clock, it's your job, it's your responsibility to have the time set up for your job. It's not my responsibility. And she's like, why didn't you wake me up? It's like, I shouldn't have to stay up till 6 in the morning just to wake you up. You need to get yourself woken up. I shouldn't have to do that. What if I need to sleep? Huh? What about that? I need to sleep sometimes. I shouldn't have to stay up that freaking late just to make sure you wake up or something. And it really upsets me when people treat me like crap like this when it's freaking their responsibility. It's just common dang sense. And I shouldn't be getting blamed for something that's 100% to do with them and 0% to do with me. And they're being inconsiderate and, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit mad, but selfish sometimes. They don't consider, oh, maybe he needs to sleep sometimes. Oh, I'm just gonna act like he's a robot and never needs to sleep or something. It's like, it's just really freaking annoying. And when the living room, the kitchen and everything is absolutely messy from people's food, their plates, their cups, and half-dranken bottles. There'll be multiple bottles all over the place. It's like, why didn't you finish this one before you freaking start drinking this one? And it's like, everyone acts like it's my fault. It's like, none of that stuff is mine. It's your trash. And they'll ask me to pick up after them, and sometimes my mom will make me get out of the kitchen or come downstairs just to pick up something that's like just a foot or two away from her. She's sitting on the couch, and the coffee table is just a foot or two away. her arms longer than that so she could stretch and grab it. But she's like, oh, well, I'm tired. I don't feel like moving. And it's just, just getting, treated like crap sometimes really just annoys the crap out of me. I usually have a very good, I control my temper very well, but when people just do it where they have zero reason to do this stuff, and they just treat you 100% like crap, like you're weakling, you're below them and everything, and like you're a slave or a butler or something. I don't even know why I say butler, because I don't get anything, but, even though I don't have a job, I'm at least making money. I was nice enough to get cable for everybody, and I am practically taking care of everybody to the point it's almost looking like a retirement home for them. And I've had had a few times when my sister will be sitting on the couch watching TV and she'll ask me, like, have you done the dishes yet? And then I'll be like, no, because I'm busy. I'm doing stuff. I actually have other things to do. And then she'll get really mad. She'll roll her eyes and sigh and everything, just give me an attitude. And it's like, well, what are you doing? Sitting on the couch watching TV? Why don't you freaking do it? And the only thing she does in this house, and this is not an exaggeration, I've watched very closely and see if she does anything else. The only thing she does is the litter box. That's it. She doesn't even do the dishes anymore. That's me. And the fact that she is lazy, she complains, but she's the one that can do it, and I'm actually busy, that kind of attitude really upsets me. It really does. And just having this stuff happen through just about every single day really annoys the crap out of me. And, it just the last, 5 days has been just freaking really terrible, just getting treated like crap and everything like that. And, it's just, like I said, I know that I don't pay for rent, I don't have a job, but it's like, I am making money now, and I am paying for the internet and the cable, which isn't exactly cheap, and I'm the one that, I have dozens and dozens of things I do throughout the house about every single day. And what does everybody else do? Nothing. Except the litter box for my sister. And every single time I go to a friend's house, I have to make sure to take out the trash, do the dishes, and all that stuff before I leave, And my sister, every single time she goes to her boyfriend's house, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't even do the litter box. And I kid you not, just hours later, after my sister left to go to her boyfriend's house, my mom came in the kitchen, she was getting ready to leave, she's like, oh yeah, can you do the litter box? It's like, hold on, she didn't do it before she left? It's like, no. Well, why should I do it? It's her freaking chore. That's the only chore she has. She should at least be able to do that. And every single time I go to a friend's house, I do that stuff, I take out the trash and everything. And when I get back, it'll need to be done then. I'll be like, why is this so full? It's like, oh, well, we figured we could just wait until you get back home to do it. And it's like, really? But when my sister's gone, you make me do her chore for her, but when I'm gone, nobody does anything for me? And the fact that she doesn't do it before she leaves, but I do it before I leave? And it's just, I feel like I just get, the lower end of the stick, and it really gets annoying. It really does. This video's a little bit long. I was hoping not to talk about this too long, but just, I've been having a pretty crappy time. I really have. And I've been trying to, get some other stuff done and everything, but I just really haven't had the time. I've been, working on Xboxes and doing other stuff. But, anyways, yeah. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't want to talk about it, but it's just, I really, really hate this. I'm not kidding. And when it gets so far that she's, like, freaking threatening to kick me out, oh, no. That's when I draw the line. And, it's okay. I mean, once I leave, they're going to learn that, wow, I didn't realize there were so many things he did. Wow. There's so many things that need to be done, and they're going to be so used to probably calling my name, making me do everything for them. Even the freaking smallest thing that they can do, they're 100% capable of doing, but they'll just make me do it instead because it's easier. But anyways, other than that, on the gaming channel, I recently hit 177 subs. I'm very close to hitting 178, which is when I would say that, at least for the channels that I know of, all have 175 legitimate accounts. And as far as I know, 3 subscribers, I don't exactly count them. Either they're created by friends or someone else, just to add another sub, even though that account's not going to watch my videos or anything. But, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to try to get back to doing everything, but sorry I didn't do a video on Friday, but as you can tell, things been a little bit crazy and just very busy, and I just really been putting up with a bunch of crap, and hopefully it does get better. It has gotten better within the last day or two, but hopefully it continues down that path. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Hopefully things get better, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.